seeing a lot of comments. Hold on. Wait, it's the comments for me. So to the women that's in the comments section, and I understand where you are, because they're saying like they're not attracted to women sexually, that kind of thing. And so trust me, ladies, I get it. But there's a way that you can decenter and divest. It doesn't mean, like for me, I'm a heterosexual woman, but guess what? I have been abstinent for a very long time now. It's by choice. I'm not giving my life force energy to anybody that's low vibrational, right? So, but I also understand a lot of women haven't gotten to that place of self-actualization where, you know, like I'm good. Like I live a very full life. I have more peace now than I did when I was married, than when I was engaged, than when I was in the last relationship with the last guy that I was with. But my life is different from everybody. So I'm not saying you got to do what I do, but this is just an alternative, right? Like for me, I'm able to create on another level because I'm not sitting up worrying about who he's sleeping with. I'm not losing, you know, I'm already a smaller frame woman, but I was losing weight because I couldn't eat because I kept being cheated on. And so there are other alternatives, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I don't want y'all just thinking like, well, they just trying to make everybody like, no, you are a grown woman. You make your own decisions. But what I'm saying is there is another way. You can divest. You can decenter men. You don't have to. Me, I'm honest with y'all. I don't engage. Like there are times when I have 2 Facebook pages, right? And I did a social experiment, Princella. So on one of my pages, I don't use my first name, none of that. I just put up pictures on that page. But my main page that has almost 50,000 followers, of course, it's me. It's my real name. You know, I post my content. Men don't bother me on my main page. But on that page where I just post pictures, I got over 400 men in my inbox. Here's the thing about it. And I spoke about this earlier. Because I understand that most men operate from that remember I told you guys about, you weren't on here, Princella, but I was telling them about earlier Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And on that first level, that lower level, most men, they are on the very bottom of the totem pole. That's where they are in terms of, they're going after you for sex only. When those men are after me, I know they don't want nothing. I know this. I know that they're looking at me like I want to smash her. So for me, as a woman who's on a path of ascension, I'm not interested. Most of y'all would probably be like, oh my God, this man want me, he got money. I done been with a man with a lot of money. And trust me, it ain't all what it's cracked up to be. My ex-husband has a whole PhD. Both of us have PhD. None of that means anything to me. For me, it would have to be somebody who's on the same trajectory. And unfortunately, these days, it's almost like slim. You know what I mean? So if you're a woman on here and you're like, well, I'm not attracted to other women sexually or even physically, okay, fine, cool.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay. Cause I know y'all do things differently, but I'm cutthroat. I'm very cutthroat.
Here we go. Okay. Saddle up. Okay.
First and foremost, this is the reason why all these women are failing in life. They're failing in their relationships because the moment they think about a relationship, the first thing that pop in their mind is fucking. I'm heterosexual, so I can't see heterosexual. These words mean something. Gay, straight, lesbian are not the same as heterosexual and homosexual and bisexual. These are not the same things. Straight, gay, and lesbian are all centered around who you are mentally, emotionally, and romantically attracted to. That's what it means to be straight, gay, or lesbian. So a straight male is romantically, emotionally, and mentally attracted to women. The reason why a straight male can say that he can let a dude suck him off or engage in a homosexual act is because even though he lets him get him a blowjob or whatever, he's not romantically, emotionally, or mentally attracted to a male. So he'll let him suck him off and then tell him bye-bye. He don't want to be holding hands or nothing with him. That's why a straight male can do that and still claim that he's straight, because these are not interchangeable. They're not the same thing. When you say you are heterosexual, what you're saying is your sexual behavior is with the opposite sex. Hetero means opposite. Sexual references the genitalia. When a woman says that she's heterosexual, the moment that you bring up collaboration, relationship, or companion, this is what I'm talking about. Women are ignorant. They are uneducated. And I'm saying this because it's frustrating to sit up here and listen to women lead their whole lives based on fucking, which is a male thing. The woman sees her life through the lens of sex. Companion does not mean fucking, girl. It don't. Companion is defined as a person or animal with whom one spends a lot of time or whom travels with. You mean to tell me that your companion can't be a woman? You can't go out of town with a woman, but you all up here talking about girls' trips. You don't even know what a companion is? You think companion means sex? This the reason why you're failing. Everything in your mind is centered around having sex with somebody. You lead your life on sex. You know why? Because you've been conditioned to try to get love from a man by offering up your body. Well, let me give him more sex. Let me give him more sex. You have been conditioned to believe that a relationship is about sex. And that's the reason why you can't get along with women. The moment you hear having a relationship with a woman, your mind goes to the fucking sewer. That's why you can't get along. Because all you thinking about is sex. A relationship is not centered around sex, mama. And number two, everything that you want in a man is characteristics of a woman. You say you heterosexual. That's the reason why you pick the men that you pick, because you like the dick. And then when the dick don't have nothing else, you start asking for that dick to be a woman. Why don't you ever tell me that I'm beautiful? Why don't you want to hear about my day? Why don't you help me clean up around the house? You want that dick to be a woman. But you sitting up here talking about you a heterosexual. No, you ain't, because you looking for a whole woman and penis. So if you want that so bad, go. You got so much to say about the LGBT, bitch, go get you a trans man. Let me show you what a trans man look like. Maybe you'll be happy with that, because she was born female and she took some testosterone, became male. Perfect, a match made in heaven. Exactly what the hell you want. Right? Yeah, this what you want. This what you want. This was a male, this was a female. Born female, transition to male. That what you want, huh? You like the shell. You just like the shell, don't you? That what you like? Because you don't want actual relationships, what relationships actually are built on. You don't want what a relationship actually built on. And then you got the nerve to tell, I'm heterosexual, and most of y'all asses complaining that after he finished dogging you out in the bed for 3 minutes, that you got to go get yourself off with your rose. But you heterosexual, huh? Right? You ain't even getting no orgasms. You constantly getting BV because the nigga ain't wiping his shit and probably putting in somebody else's hole and then coming to stick it in yours. But you heterosexual though, right? Well, if you're so heterosexual, I need to see you holding hands with just a big ass penis. That's all that means. Because y'all don't like, no, I'm serious. He need to put on a Peter Wacker costume with no arms, nothing, just a big old phallus walking up and down the street, because that's exactly what you got a relationship with. And Peter Wacker ain't never gonna be a woman. It ain't never gonna be emotionally intelligent. Why don't you ever say, why would you tell me I'm fat? Huh? Why don't you spend time with me? Why don't you like to read a book with me? Why don't you like to come to bingo? Right? If you want that kind of relationship, get you a woman, right? Guaranteed. Listen, y'all don't make no sense. Half of y'all asses use dildos. Stop it. Half of you use dildos by yourself and on yourself. You already using plastic vibrating shit. So what's the damn difference if a female's buckle it up and do the work for you? What's the difference? It's still plastic. At least you have somebody embracing you. I told you I'm cutthroat. I go in because these women don't even understand the subconscious hate and the illogical rhetoric they have in their mind. You're building your relationships off of Peter Wacker. But if you built your relationships off of the feminine, which is higher level, because the masculine exists down below the waist, darling. If you built your relationships up here, where it dealt with intelligence, mental stimulation, and emotional and friendship or companionship, right? Remember the definition of companion? Companion?